I don't know about you, but I am so excited for 2015. It is a new year, and every new year comes around, and we think to ourselves, this is the year I'm going to do it. It's a whole new slate. Now is the time. Please welcome Dr. Joey Shulman with her magic.
I'm so excited.
So am I. You know what? I'm an eternal optimist, and I just think it's nice to start with a clean slate every year.
I agree.
Get all of those dreams realized, and you can do it if weight is your thing, right?
You can do it, and our theme this year is we are bringing healthy back.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about this. I'm so enthusiastic. I mean, this is our year 4, and this is one of our biggest segments. And the results that we get on the Cityline Weight Loss Challenge, I hear about it all year long.
Yes.
So there's really exciting new tricks up our sleeve this year, which I'm not going to tell right now. You have to tune in, but I'm very excited about it.
Okay, well, as you said, everybody is into this weight loss challenge. The entries go like through the roof every year. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So we whittle it down, and we've narrowed it down to 3 very lucky women.
Yep.
We're going to start with Angelique, okay? So Angelique doesn't regret much, not even bad dates and spiral perms, but she does regret the time, energy, and money wasted on trying to deal with being overweight. Take a look.
So I'm in my mid-40s now, and I'm finding that losing weight is getting harder and harder to the point where I'm just not losing weight. Thankfully, I haven't gained weight. I love fashion. I love design and well-made clothes and feeling good about myself when I've got something really great on. And I've got bins of clothes and things hanging in my attic that I haven't worn in years, and I really miss those clothes. And this is one of my absolute favorite tops. I wore this on my birthday several years ago. I felt spectacular in it, and I can't wait to fit into it again. I'd say just about all my dresses and skirts, nothing fits. I can't do any of them up unless I've got them hitched up way up high. So then that kind of changes the length a little bit. So I made the mistake of, oh, these will fit in a few more pounds, and I never quite got there, and the tags are still on them, and they're still pretty, and I still hope one day I can get back into them. Jackets I can't do up. I miss all my jackets. I miss buttoning up jackets, and a coat that I can bend over without all the buttons popping up. I'm hoping the weight loss challenge is going to help me stop complaining about the choices that I've made and moaning and complaining about being overweight, and just finally doing something about it. I don't want to mess it up. So I'm hoping that if there aren't any challenges, they'll be minimal, and I have the support around me to get past them.
So gorgeous. Beautiful woman, Angelique. And you know, you have a tip with her about the clothing, because a lot of us do this. We have the clothing in the closet with the tags on, and we're thinking, what am I going to do? I don't fit into them.
Right, and please, ladies, don't throw out the clothes. You will fit into the clothes. I promise you, you will fit into the clothes. Don't go up a size yet. So if you have clothes that are waiting in your closet, and you're like, I love them. We're not here about skinny. Again, we're bringing healthy back, but you're going to feel so good and so energetic and so fabulous. So don't throw out the clothes. Please.
Interesting, because a lot of experts say, you know, get rid of it, just go up a size, don't worry about it. You're like, no, you're going to fit into it.
I say the opposite.
It's going to work. So don't worry about it.
No, I promise you, it's going to work. It's going to work. So
let's talk about how the program does work. And I know water's a huge part of it.
It is.
And sort of scheduling your meals.
So I just want to touch on cityline.ca, we have a startup package available this year. And the startup package is your game changer, because on that startup package, you're going to find meal plans and recipes, new meal plans. I mean, beautiful. It's all there for you. So if you go to cityline.ca at the startup package, you're going to have your food journals there.
Yeah.
You're going to have my one-page startup. I want you to take that one-page startup and print it off and stick it on your fridge.
Okay.
Because if you ever forget, well, how many fruits did she say I can have, and how many grains can I have? You stick that on your fridge, and it's there.
Yeah.
New this year is a grocery list. So you can also print off the grocery list, take it to your grocery store, and do your shopping. So when you're getting started, just print off the startup package, and of course, water. That's just an essential for weight loss. Get a pretty water bottle, and then just start drinking out of it every.
I love a pretty water bottle.
I love a pretty water bottle.
And I like pretty workout clothes.
So do I.
It just makes me want to put them on. And then if you put them on, you feel like, oh, I better do something.
I better do something.
Right? Because it's on.
Exactly.
So it's a good way, you know, sneak it in. Now let's talk a bit about the food. You make healthy food look so good.
Thank you.
There are different categories. You want to make sure that you've always got your lean protein going on in there, and a few other things. What's important?
So we are doing lean protein. We are doing grain. We are doing fruits. We are doing fats. I mean, people say to me all the time, I can have fruits on your program.
Of course you can have
fruits.
And fat,
and
walnuts.
Fats. And people say to me,
good for you.
I can have grain. I don't have to go carb-free. We're not going carb-free. Don't break the weight loss rule. If you can't see yourself following a version of a program for 5 years or longer, don't do the program.
Got it.
So that's why I brought things like spreaded grain bread and brown rice sushi and kale salads and quinoa and protein salmon and chicken. So I will be very specific with our viewers when they say, well, what type of bread should I buy? It will be laid out there. It'll say spreaded grain bread or whole grain bread or whole wheat bread. But you can still have a certain amount of grains.
Yeah.
I find any dietary approach that says never, like never have a glass of wine again. You and I would be like, okay, bye.
Later.
Yeah.
You're not for me.
You're not for me. So, you know, a lot of the people at our weight loss clinics, we follow people 2 years out, 3 years out, 4 years out, 5 years out. The people who have shifted and are still feeling great and losing their weight and maintaining, that's my true success.
Yes.
So
because they're going back to the rules, and that's what I do. You sort of momentarily get off and then you get back on, and you always have sort of a basis.
Yes.
Now, I like the fact that you actually give actual products that you should go get, because there's a lot of information out there and a lot of it is confusing. It's nice for you actually to say, this is the bread that's going to be good for you. Like, what is it about that sprouted grain bread that makes it so good?
So when you sprout a grain, you pre-digest the carbohydrate slightly. So it lowers the glycemic response. So what that means is when you eat it, your blood sugar doesn't do this.
Yes.
Well, when your blood sugar does this, you're triggered to store fat, especially in the tummy area.
Yes.
So I actually say, guys, this is like a weight loss bread for me, because I bet you I eat 2 to 3 slices of this a day.
Do you really? What do you put on it?
But you know, not after 3 p.m., 3 to 4 p.m., because I'm right. That's one of the rules. And you'll learn all the rules, guys. I put nut butter. I put low-fat cream cheese.
That's what I like.
Lux, smoked salmon. There's lots that I put on it. Avocado.
Do you want to talk about the rules a little bit later in terms of the 3 p.m. stuff? Or also, let's talk about organization. That's a big part of eating properly, because a lot of people will tell you they're super busy, they're at their desk, you get to the point where you're starving, and then you are going to eat anything. You're going to go to the table where the donuts are and the muffins, and you're just going to scarf them down.
So I have a few weight loss rules. One of them is always travel with food.
Yes.
Always travel with food. So if you open my purse right now, you go, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you going somewhere? But I always travel with food, because I just like the feeling of I don't want to rely on another person for food.
Absolutely.
Always travel with food. The second thing is I want to make sure that from 3 p.m. on you're organized. People will say to me, Joey, this is what I had for breakfast. And sometimes I go, I don't care.
I don't want to hear about your breakfast.
I don't care about your breakfast, because you don't mess it up at breakfast. I am losing you from 3 o'clock on. So your afternoon snack is like, oh, so important to me. I'm going to be making, you'll see I'm emphasizing that a lot. So you need to get organized, and we need to do a kitchen audit. So you want to declutter. You know how you declutter your wardrobe? Got to declutter your food.
Absolutely. Yeah, I need to actually get back on track when it comes to the 3 o'clock thing. I feel like I need to eat more.
3 to 4 is an important time.
Like I feel like I should actually have a meal at 3 and not at 6.
Yes.
Like have something really small at 6. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Let's get back to another one of our weight loss women, Sarah. Sarah's father has diabetes. She's worried she's going down that same road.
Some days I'm very happy with myself. I do tend to have tons of energy. Other days I wake up and I'm like, oh, my clothes, you know, and I feel you know, disappointed in myself that I was once someone who loved to be extremely active and would kind of call myself an athlete, and now I'm not finding enough time to do that. So every day is a little different. I just didn't make time to exercise, and so I continued to love my food, loved to go out and socialize, but unfortunately didn't continue to make time to balance that with the activity that I had before I had children. I have these 3 boys who are very active, hugely athletic themselves, but often I'm running between rinks and rugby fields and baseball diamonds and basketball courts, and I've been playing hockey for 6 years on a team. Wonderful bunch of ladies. Many of life's challenges have come to my teammates, and we've dealt with it together. We're extremely close. I am worried that I will get diabetes. So is my family doctor, and so I do go for my tests regularly, and so far my cholesterol is good and my blood pressure is good, but I do have 2 very large red flags in as far as where I carry my weight and the fact that I've got an immediate family member with diabetes. I would like to stop it being an issue and stop it being a worry.
Busy moms, right? Busy moms. I have nothing but respect for the moms out there that are trying to balance it all, and it is tough. And this is, as you said, it's not about skinny. It's about owning that feeling of being victorious and having some control over the way you feel day to day. So I want to introduce to you our weight loss challenge winners. We've got Sarah, Angelique, and Keisha, who we'll hear more about after the break. Please give them a big round of applause. I'm so excited for them.